Hey, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Quarbit, and I hope you're having a great day because I am, and I have some fairly exciting news to share with you all today. Before I bore you with all the personal things and all the schedule changes, let's talk about all the cool stuff that I've recently set up. Now, first and foremost, it was requested of me to create my own Discord for fans of my channel. I much prefer to create announcements this way rather than on like Twitter or on the YouTube announcement thing that they have set up for me. It sort of brings us all down to the same level where we can talk about whatever you want, whether it's an announcement or you have a couple of questions. It's also sort of a nice place to chat with each other if you like. And now you don't have to post a whole new comment thread just for us to talk to each other, so while I might seem a little bit closed off for most of my viewer base due to my natural introvertedness, I'm willing to at least look like I have social ability for the meantime. Of course, that is if I don't immediately mute the server like I do for a lot of things. Anyways, the link is in the description, and I'll try to include it in the descriptions of future videos too, just in case, I don't know, you don't click on it now and you do in the future, or whatever. Quite a bit of work was put into creating a fairly decent server, but if you do have suggestions or you actually understand how servers are supposed to look, then you can drop off a suggestion comment and let the mods know. Speaking of mods, there are already 3 of them, but I'm still willing to accept more mod applications if that's something you're interested in. Of course, it is a voluntary position, it's just, for the fun of it pretty much. So I'll let you take a look at the server features yourself, but here's a quick screenshot of generally what it's going to look like. Wait, hold on a minute, what are those? Are those Patreon-only channels? That's impossible, Quarbit doesn't even have a Patreon. Or, at least, I didn't have a proper one up until now. It kind of slipped my mind for a while that I technically created one, but I was too lazy to figure out tier rewards or make any of the art for it. Until, pretty much anything else to do with my channel that isn't directly videos, it was asked of me to fix the stupid things that I've done years ago, so here it is now. It doesn't look fairly pretty, and the tier rewards might not necessarily be final, but it's at least a more functional improvement if I do say so myself. And, of course, like most Patreons, it's clearly very voluntary only. I don't ever plan to lock content behind a paywall, since I primarily do my video stuff just to be a helpful Paradox community member, while also mixing in my passion for creating videos. That being said, if you do choose to drop $1 or so a month, you'll have access to the first Discord Patreon role, and to the Patreon Discord channels that come with it. There are 7 roles that you can get, obviously depending on the amount that you donate per month. Most of the stuff that's above like $10, I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be final, because I'm just assuming no one's going to donate more than $10 a month for the time being. So I might have a little bit more time before I have to figure those things out, but the first few reward tiers I think are going to stay relatively the same-ish. Maybe a few adjustments here and there, so that's pretty much what it is. If you're interested in it, I'll also have the link to that in the description as well. So that pretty much does it for all of the interesting things and channel updates that I have to talk about, so you're welcome to move on to a different video or do whatever you want after this. Everything from now on is going to be a little bit of a personal take on things like school life and schedules and stuff, so if you're not generally interested in that, then no problem. Just go ahead, click off the video, it's up to you. Alright, now to talk about the guy behind the videos, which is me, by the way. For about 2 weeks, I have once again become a student, which will last for the next 4 years straight. Kind of hard to just drop that information like that, isn't it? Yeah, I'm not joking either. The last summer that just passed by was exactly that. It was my last summer. From now on, I'm a full-time university student and a part-time YouTuber. For my American friends, university up here is kind of like the same thing as college in your country, where, it's kind of separated more up here, where university is more the knowledge-y, science-y things and textbook things like computer science, which is what I'm majoring in. And college up here is like hands-on experience and tradecraft things like animation or carpentry. Generally things you have to practice over time and learn how to do things by yourself with your own hands. Apparently you guys down there just call it all college for some reason, which is odd to me, but anyways. Minor differences aside, in my summers I have cooperative work placement and education, which is a very fancy way of saying university required work. So I'll be working full-time in the summer too, which means, again, there's really no difference in schedules between being in university and the summer for me, since I no longer have a summer as I used to know it. So what does this mean for the upload schedule from now on? Clearly there must be some difference because of how busy I'll be and the commute time and something like that. No, nothing. There's nothing at all. There will be no differences in the schedule. I decided to keep it really consistent last summer for a reason. I could have put out 2 full script videos a week with all the free time I had, but imagine if I had to make that transition into 1 every 2 weeks when university started. It would kind of be like a little bit of a crash, and I'm not interested in dealing with that. So yeah, in theory, nothing is going to change except maybe the numbers of sleep I get every night and the exponential amount of tea I consume on a regular basis. That being said, why would I make this video at all if the schedule isn't going to be changing? Well, the problem is, I'm not even sure if I can keep the 2-week script videos consistent. Now that I have 5 courses per semester and 2 to 3 hours a day of commute time, it's going to be a rather difficult time. All of you guys who are back in school, I know it sucks, but we're all in this together, and you know, it's just another part of life that we all need to get through. Unfortunately, I can't make maybe 3 billion videos every single week. I would like to, but this is just how things is gonna go from now on. So if you're interested in knowing any more about what I'm doing, personally, I'm taking computer science in the game development stream, you know, like some sort of nerd or something. And I've heard that the jump from secondary to post-secondary is not necessarily a very fun gap to leap. Now this might mean that I have much more things to do at home, or it might just mean there's just a lot of work to do in general, maybe at school and at home, who knows. But in any case, I don't really like having super long personal videos, so that's pretty much all I have to share about me personally, and that's the whole school update thing, whatever. Hopefully this means I can stop talking about random things during my Let's Plays and sort of get on with what I'm playing, rather than just talk about, you know, oh, I got home and it's like 10:30 and it's like, yeah, listen, I'm just gonna do the Let's Plays from now on, because this is the update I should have put out maybe 2 weeks ago. But anyways, thank you for sitting through all of this update information. If you have any questions about anything, maybe even personal ones, then no problem, drop a comment, or, you know, hey, join the Discord server and ask it there so it doesn't get lost in my inbox. This is Quarbit signing off, and as always, have a fantastic day.